Hey there, and welcome. So, you're thinking about an annuity to lock in that retirement income, and you've probably noticed you can apply for them online. But let's be real, for a huge financial decision like this, hitting that submit button can feel, well, pretty nerve-wracking. How do you know you're doing it the right way? In this quick guide, we're going to walk through the whole process, step by step, so you can apply with total confidence. Let's jump in. This really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Of course, you want the absolute best deal for your retirement savings, and you definitely don't want to fall into any common traps. The whole point of this explainer is to tackle this question head-on and give you a clear map of what's out there. And that's because, and this is so important, the path you take makes all the difference. It's not just a small detail. The route you choose can seriously impact how much income you get, the fees you pay, and even how secure your personal information is. It's a really big deal. So let's break it all down. When you get right to it, there are really four main paths you can go down when you're applying for an annuity online. You can think of them like different trails, all heading to the same destination. Some are just a whole lot safer, quicker, and frankly have a much better view at the end. All right, path number one. This is what many consider the gold standard for applying online, working with an independent annuity broker. So what does that even mean? Simple. It's an expert or an agency who doesn't work for just one insurance company. Instead, they can shop around the entire market for you. Okay, so let's look at the pros and cons here. The biggest pro, by far, is the side-by-side comparison. A great broker does the shopping for you, lining up the best options from the top companies. You get expert help that costs you nothing extra, and your data stays private. Now, the main con listed here is that you have to actually talk to a professional. But honestly, for a decision this big, that's probably a pro. Just make sure they're truly independent. Okay, on to path number two, the classic do-it-yourself route. This means going straight to one specific insurance company's website and filling out their application. It's pretty much like applying for a credit card or opening a bank account online. You pick one brand and go with it. The upside is pretty obvious. It's fast, it's convenient, and hey, if you've done a ton of research and you know exactly which product you want from a specific company, this can work. But, and this is a big but, the downside is huge. You have absolutely no way of knowing if you're getting the best rate out there. You're basically flying blind. You lose the power of comparison, and that almost always means you're leaving money on the table. Now, path number three, this is where things can get a little tricky. You'll see these websites all over the place, and they look like comparison tools. They promise you multiple quotes if you just enter your information. But what they're really doing behind the scenes is something totally different. And this slide right here shows you exactly why you need to be so careful. These so-called marketplaces are usually just lead generation websites. So what happens? Your personal info gets sold off to a bunch of different agents. And boom, your phone starts blowing up with sales calls from people you've never heard of, and you have no idea if they're actually experts or just someone who paid for your name. All right, our final path, number four. This is the common one, going through your existing financial advisor or registered investment advisor. You know, if you already have someone you work with and trust, this can feel like the simplest, most logical choice. They handle all the paperwork for you. And while this path feels super easy, the catch, and it's a big one, is what's happening behind the scenes. Your advisor, through their firm, probably has a very limited menu of options. They might only work with 2 or 3 insurance companies. That means you could be missing out on much better payouts or features from other carriers. Plus, most advisors are generalists, not annuity specialists. It's just not their main focus. So now that we've walked through all 4 paths, one really stands out as the smartest choice for you, the person putting up the money. Let's really dig into why that broker advantage is so powerful when you're building a solid retirement plan. This right here, this quote says it all. It's simple. Having choices gives you the power. When you can see all the top companies side by side, you're the one in control. You get to choose based on what's most important to you, whether that's the absolute highest income, the company with the best safety rating, or a specific feature you need. So let's just tick off the reasons why an independent broker is your best bet here. First, it costs you zero extra. The price is the same, but your options are way better. They also act as your personal translator for all that confusing contract language. A good one will be there for you long after the sale. And this is a huge one for peace of mind. Your money always goes straight to the insurance company, never, ever to the agent. Okay, so no matter which path you're leaning towards, there are a few golden rules you gotta follow to protect yourself and make sure you get the best possible deal. Let's run through them real quick. Let's run through 4 quick but really powerful tips. Rule number 1, always compare. Never just take the first offer you see. 2, ask to see the full spectrum. Who pays the most, but also who is the absolute safest company. 3, get an expert to walk you through riders. These are expensive add-ons, and you want to make sure you're not paying for something you don't need. And number 4, and this is a big red flag, avoid any website that makes you give up all your personal info just to see a basic quote. So, what's the big takeaway here? Applying for an annuity online is a great move for your retirement, but doing it the right way means getting the right kind of help. It's that you need a guide who has the whole map, not just a map of one tiny trail. And that, of course, is where having an independent expert on your side is a complete game changer. Our whole goal at the Annuity Expert is to help you compare the strongest companies and find the highest payouts, all in one place. And just to be crystal clear, this service should always be free to you. We're paid by the insurance company, not you. So if you're ready to see what your options actually look like, or you just have a few questions you want answered by a real person, we're here to help. Feel free to give us a call at 770-755-1565. We can help you navigate everything with confidence, and again, there's never any fee or charge for our help. You can also check out a lot more information and resources on our website, annuityexpertadvice.com. Look, we know applying for an annuity is a big deal, but by choosing the right path and getting the right guidance, you can make sure it's a move that brings you peace of mind and a truly secure retirement. Thanks for watching.